Hello, welcome to the second part of our Solfa transcription series. What we'll be covering in this video, we're going to talk about the modern notes and reds, 6 of them in number, with emphasis given to the American names. Secondly, we'll get to know the two roles of a musical note. Thirdly, we'll cover the introductory part of time signature, and we'll use the note tree to illustrate some things for you. Finally, we'll present you with some common time exercises to work with. Please click the subscribe button if you haven't done so. We hope to bring you insightful content from beginners to advanced. On the screen, you can see the names of the 6 notes. In their order of direction, we have whole note as the longest, followed by half note, then quarter note, then eighth note, then 16th note, and the 32nd note. Let's show the symbols in the middle column. Whole note is a round and open note. Half note is an open note with a stem. Quarter note is a black note with a stem. Eighth note is a black note with a stem and a tail. 16th note is a black note with a stem and 2 tails, while 32nd note is a black note with a stem and 3 tails. It is important we learn the rest. Just like the notes, they come in different shapes, but they share the same value and duration. So I'll leave you at this point to study their different shapes and relate them with their respective notes. Before we start talking about time signature, let's get to know the two roles of a musical note. The first one is pitch, because we don't need the alphabet to play on the staff. So once we find a note on a line, for instance, our mind should tell us of the E pitch. The first line of the treble staff is E pitch. We can also show some more example. If we have a note on the second space, for instance, that pitch is what? A. Remember? Your face, F-A-C-E. Okay, the second row of the musical note is the duration. It tells us how long a note will be sounded. For example, we can have two pitches but with different duration, like the half note here preceded by whole note. That suggests to us that they might be of the same pitch, but they would have different duration. Okay, we can also add another A up here. Maybe let's say eighth note. You can see they are both A's, but their kind of notes suggest that they would come with different rhythm, different length of time. Okay, so in summary, when we see a musical note, two things should come to our minds. The first one is what pitch is it on? What pitch is it showing? What line? What space? And the second thing is, how long would that pitch sound? So these are the two questions you should always ask yourself. Two numbers are usually placed at the beginning of the staff to tell us how to clap or group notes in the bass. These numbers are written one above the other, like the one on the staff. Whereas the top number represents the size or quantity. Size or quantity, don't forget. The bottom number stands for one of the 6 musical notes in respect to the American names. So we can further break down this time signature like this, where the top 4 number is asking what size, how many, while the bottom 4 number is pointing to a particular note. Could it be the half note, quarter note, eighth note, etc.? Quarter note is the note type in this case, simply because it has 4 in its name, the 4 in quarter fraction. If we were to rewrite this time signature, it would be something like showing 4 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, showing 4 quarter notes in each bar. Or we can also write it this way: 4 quarter notes, 4 quarters in each bar, where the primary note of the time is quarter and is shown 4 times, as you can see. Let's pick another example, say 4-2. This is a half note time because 2 is the bottom number, which has to do with half note as note type. So the quantity is 4, while the note type is half. In other words, we can say 4-2 is the same as showing 4 half notes in a bar. Or we can say 4 halves in each bar. We take one more example to wrap up this session: 6/8 time signature. This is like writing 6/8 notes in each bar, or dropping 6/8 notes in a bar. Because the size is 6 and the note type goes to the 8th note. If you have any question, you can rewatch the video as many times as possible. This is a note tree to show us the relationship of notes. Their mother note is whole note. One whole note gives birth to 2 halves. 2 half notes make 4 quarter notes. So 4 quarter notes will have 8 notes under them, and 8 notes will have 16 notes under them, while 16 notes will have 32 notes under them. Now you can see how their names are gotten. Study the note tree closely and get ready for the next video and lesson. To wrap up today's lesson, we need to give you some exercises to work with while at home. I am ready to mark as many as possible. Simply send screenshots of your work to the email address right in the description box below. Thank you and see you in the next video.